Hello there and welcome to the weekly analysis. There is a couple of currencies in focus next week, primarily the pound US dollar again. We did have a bit of a fallback from the retail sales figure that was out last week, even after the great comments we had from Mark Carney and Miles, the MPC members, where we completed our first target there. Which was very quickly rejected when the retail sales figure came in worse, and we dropped back down to the original entry price on that breakout from the pattern there. So been a bit of a hard battle, bit of a hard slog. But next week we're coming into the prelim GDP quarter on quarter on Tuesday, which is expected to come in at 0.7. So I'm hoping that that's going to give the catalyst for that to jump back up. Also, the data coming out on the US dollar is we've got core durable goods, which is expected to get slightly better on Monday at 130. So that's before the prelim GDP. So what we could use is that as a catalyst for when this pushes back down to maybe this 15470 area. That's where we jump back in, get ready for it to rally on the Tuesday. And then on the Tuesday afternoon, we've got CB Consumer Confidence on the US dollar, which is expected to come in slightly lower than previous. Now, the previous one was quite high at 101. Now, historically, every time it's been over 100, it's dropped back down to around 95. So it could disappoint. It could disappoint quite a lot there. And then also we've got the on Wednesday evening we've got the FOMC meeting, the federal funds rate. So really want to try and be in that pound. Hopefully get that prelim GDP coming better. We'll get a rally up on the pound. We can get that locked in for the FOMC meeting. Now the FOMC meeting, although Janet Yellen has said that the rate hike is still on the cards, the data hasn't been that brilliant coming from the US just of late. There's been a few things that have been disappointing. There's still a bit of slack in the labour market, so we could see them maybe come out with a less hawkish tone what the market expects, and hopefully we'll get a continued rally on the pound. The other currency that we've got in focus is the Aussie dollar. Now at the moment you can see from our longer term analysis we expected to see this push down to this 7.3 area and then a rally back up to what we've called the sell zone. If I put this back in at the 4 hour there, okay, you can see that we're looking for this to rally back up to the sell zone and then make another new low. Now at the moment we have dipped down here below where we expected it to rally from. It's down by about 25 pips, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's not going to happen. And next week could be the catalyst for that. We've got RBA Governor Stevens speaks, and we've also got PPI data, building approvals coming out on the Aussie next week, and various other data. ANZ business confidence, more towards New Zealand, that one though. So that could be the beginning of that short-term rally, or a pullback if you like, and then a continuation of the drop. Okay, so we'll see how that works out. The fair price for the Aussie dollar is 7.5. Okay, so what we're looking for is it to break above there, and then for it to be overbought, and then for traders to get back in for the sells. So really, we're just looking for another opportunity to sell it. But it would be nice if we could buy into that trade as well. We will look at around this area, see if we get some candlestick patterns happening. At the moment, we're just getting a little bit of flatness in the market. We'd like to see a nice green candle open up on Monday or Tuesday, leading into that Thursday. Okay. That's it really, just those two currencies we're looking at next week. It's not a great deal of data coming out. There is some US dollar data obviously, but we're just looking at that as catalysts for our Aussie dollar and our pound trade. Okay, thanks for watching. I hope you make some pips.